Hey everybody, it's Bruce here, back with part 2 of extending Kiara's pizza. And in part 1, you saw me add Bootstrap, and you saw me use some Bootstrap classes to make this form look a little bit different, right? So let's go back in, and you saw me struggle for a minute with what are called, margin, right? Trying to set some margin and stuff. So check this out. I'm going to reload this page, and notice where the top of the page is, right? It's right button up, right? Butting up against the top of the viewport, the top of the browser, right? So if I go to that container and I use a Bootstrap class for margin top, and I give it 5 Bootstrap units, and again, we'll go over this more, and then I reload the page, and I scroll. See, I wasn't scrolling before. So see how now it's, it's away from the top of the viewport. In fact, where it says place your order below, right? I could either add some margin bottom to the container or to this row, right? So check this out. See, place your order below is right here, right? Right here. So this particular column, right, that's holding all those form controls, if I add some margin top there as well, and I reload the page, wow, okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I got this right. Kiara's pizza. Oh, guess what? So it's actually further away. You can see it right here. It's double what it was before. But where I really want to put this is not there. I want to put right, say here, class equals margin top of 5. Ready? And I refresh. And now you can see I have some space. And then right here, I'll add right above the form, right, gonna be here. I'm gonna make this margin bottom and top, right? So margin bottom would be that, margin top would be this, but in the Y direction, top and bottom would be my-5, and I reload this, and you can see now I have, I have some more white space, all right? So that's that. The other thing is, notice how I have breaks, that I put breaks in here. We did this in class, right, within the form itself. And I had lots of breaks here. So if I do something like this now, by the way, yeah, actually, we're going to go back to the Bootstrap documentation here just to show you how they do it. And maybe we'll just convert ours to theirs. We'll take some time to go to the forums, to go to the overview like we did before. And notice how they put each of the labels and the input in a div, and they gave it some margin bottom. So let's see if we can replicate this, okay? So what we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna take the label and the select right here. So we're gonna add that div right there on line 2. And then right here, we're gonna put a closing div, just so you see that right there, right? And now what I want to show you is I'm going to get rid of these 2 breaks on line 12, and I'm going to go back and refresh. And notice how we get a nice, concise layout here, right? In fact, let's go do that, because I'm going to get rid of all these breaks. In fact, like this break right here, do you think I need it? Watch this. Check this out. Let's see. Let's just see. This is for that. And notice what it did. It says, what type of pizza would you like? And then it put the select on the next line. So I didn't need that break. The Bootstrap class form label is doing that for me. See, there's no more breaks. So we're gonna clean up our break situation, and we're just gonna redo this. And this is, refactoring. This is kind of stuff you do all the time, right, with your code. You get it working one way, and then you go to make it better. So I just did the quantity. So let's reload that. And now, okay, it's looking good, right? And I'll do the same thing here. We're getting rid of our div mess, right? Our break mess. And we're gonna slap this in there and put the closing div right here, right? /div. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. It's a little messy, right? It's a little messy. But you got to get dirty sometimes and go back and refactor your code, right? Refactor your code. Let me just do a check-in here, see where I'm at. Yeah, looking good so far. Okay, we're down by the CTEC right here, so I'm going to put my div in there. Get rid of my breaks, right? Get rid of my breaks, right? Whoops, I forgot to I should have put a closing div there and not pasted that in, right? And let's do it here. Let's get rid of our breaks, right? Let's get rid of our breaks. Put the closing, whoops, put the closing div right there. And again, let's put our div in, get rid of our breaks, get rid of our breaks, put the closing div, right? And put the div in, get rid of our breaks. I sound like a broken record, right? And the closing div, right? And we should be good to go. So let's go reload our page. Yeah, there we go. That looks that looks a heck of a lot better. These are big gaps right now, but I'm not worried about that, right? And if you did want to improve on the readability, you could add like a font weight bold to those. So I'll show you here. You can go do it on your own. So that label, I have class form label. I could actually add font weight bold right there. Font weight bold, FW-bold on line 3, and refresh now, and you can see how it's it's bolded now, right? And again, I don't even have my own style sheet for this particular application yet, right? So excuse me, I'm just going to take it out for now. And now we have a much better looking form. In fact, place your order below. Let's go fix that. That is on here. Actually, right, can't do things right there. And we have a margin 5 on the top there. Let's just make it 2 and see what that looks like. So notice where place your order now is. And then, yeah, maybe 3. And go back here. Yeah, that looks good. All right, make sure we're still working. Yep. And by the way, check this out. Let's fix this right now. An error has occurred while placing your order. Okay. So again, we're yelling at the customer there, but that's okay. This is just us playing around, right? So what we can do here, where it says an error, right? I think I can say here. Well, let's just make this class equals, right? Font weight bold, right? Let's just make that bold. Did I do it right? No, because I'm in PHP. So we'll add the single quotes because they're valid, right? And we'll go back and we'll refresh. We'll click on the submit button. And you can see now it's bolded. Again, I haven't coded any CSS. One thing down here, right? You see how it's kissing that place your order. And here it looks good, right? So what we could do, just for kicks right now, is we could just say add to the top. Whoops. Add to the top here some margin top, say of 2, just like that, a little bit. And go back, right? And you can see here, we got a little bit more margin now. In fact, if I make it 3, right, and do this, right, you can see it's moved away a little bit more, all right? Just things you can add to anything. All I would say is be consistent. If you're adding margin bottom to elements, be consistent and add margin bottom to all of them, or margin top. Just, pick one way. It's usually a good thing. And the other thing you could do, since I'm showing you a little bit bootstrap as we're taking Kiara's pizza to the next level, is see this alert here? You could actually go in here and add another class, another class, and say shadow, right? Shadow. And if I refresh now and I click the button, you can see it has a nice, drop shadow to it, right? Easy, easy. Let's reload this page one more time. I want to show you something here. You see how, like, this place your order button, I can't, like, scroll any further. You see that? If I go to my container right here, holding everything, and instead of margin top 5, let's add margin Y, which is top and bottom. And I go back, reload, and notice how I can scroll a little bit past that, right? Because we're giving some margin. on the top and bottom. All right, so there we go. We cleaned it up a little bit. I showed you a whole bunch of other classes. We still, check this out. If I go here and say I'm on a smaller viewport, everything, is looking good, right? We have the arrow bucket at the top and the arrow bucket at the bottom, right? So it's working on mobile, it's working on tablet, and it's actually on medium. We could probably go across all 12 columns as well. So let's just do that because we can. So here on the column, let's say on medium devices, medium viewports, let's go across all 12. What the heck, right? But it's only on large devices that we go across 6 columns. So I'll reload this page, right? And there we go. So on our tablets, we're going to have this particular view. On desktops, we're going to have that. And on mobile, we'll have that. So what do you all think? What do you all think? So I'll stop part 2 here. The next thing we're going to concentrate on is building just a simple page with a bootstrap table to show all the records and to add, edit, and delete actions. And then we'll work on editing and then saving a record. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this small little video series helps. I know that it's making me hungry for my favorite food, pizza. Take care, everybody.